What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing some spring river fishing. I got a bunch of different spots that I want to try today. We're basically just going to be hopping around between different bridges on this one river. Hopefully we're going to get some good multi-species action. There should be walleye, pike, smallmouth, catfish, just about everything in this river. Let's see what we can catch. All right, so I'm here at spot number one. I am all about the multi-species today, so I'm going to be rigging up 3 rods. Number one is a medium heavy bait caster. This is a 7-foot 2-piece on a Tatula 80 reel. On that, I'm going to be putting a snap swivel because I want to change that out between some crankbaits and then also this soft plastic glide. Number 2 is an ultralight with a Pflueger President on there. This is 10-pound braid. On that guy, I'm going to be putting the Engineered for Hooksets Imp on a 1/32 ounce jig head. I know this is a good ultralight bait because I was actually using it yesterday in a creek smaller than this. Hooked up with a feisty little largie now. That is June bug, 1/32 ounce jig head. And then last, on the medium spinning setup, I've got 15-pound braid on a Daiwa Fuego. This is a 7-foot rod. On that, we are going to be going back and forth between some EFH soft plastics. Make these myself. This one right here is the Siren. We'll put this on like a weedless Ned setup. And then this right here we'll put on a 1/8 ounce jig head. This is a paddle tail. It's called the Banshee, also a 3-inch. Make these out of hard plastic, so they should last a really long time. Hopefully we can catch some fish on them. So I don't have a ton of confidence in this first spot here. I'm really just going here because it's on the way to another spot that I do have a lot of confidence in. I've caught fish here before, but it's super shallow, and this early in the year, I think the fish are going to be a little deeper, but regardless, it's on the way, so we are going to give it a couple casts. Holy cow, that water is crystal clear. I was actually supposed to kayak this river today, and unfortunately I didn't because the person that I was going to go with hurt their neck, so they had to cancel last minute, which really stinks because wow, that water is crystal clear. Obviously sucks a lot for them, they hurt their neck, so you know, can't really complain, not their fault. Might just throw like 1 or 2 casts because I mean I can see literally everything and I don't see any fish here. Oh wait, yeah I do, there's a fish. There's a fish over there. Oh, that's a whole school. Oh, I think, okay, so I think those are suckers, but there is a school of fish out there. So there's no way those are gonna bite because they're suckers, but I am gonna cast at them because why the heck not? The action on that paddle tail looks amazing though. Telling you guys, the Banshee rocks. Let's cast out that way. Maybe there's a fish I can't see just because it's so far away. Well, there's no trespassing there, so it looks like this is the farthest I can go. All right, let's head on out to spot number 2. All right, we are at spot number 2. This spot should actually be good. Or maybe it won't, but it's got potential. It's definitely got potential. So the water is not quite as clear here as it was at the last spot. It's still pretty dang clear. We're still looking at like 3 feet of visibility. But I'm wondering if that might actually help. Just because sometimes when the water is super clear, the fish have more time to analyze the lure and the fishing is not as good. I don't know, it's definitely deeper, which is a good thing. But can we get something to bite? All right, we've given the paddle tail a shot. Let's try a square bill. All right, now I'm gonna try the knockoff glide bait. This is really going for broke because there'd have to be some pretty dang good sized fish to eat this. Watch, now that I said that, this thing will get smoked by a 10-inch smallmouth, but I know people have caught muskie and pike here. This is almost like a topwater, like it doesn't really dive at all. So the action reeling against the current is way better, but it rides super high. Yeah, I think this might work good under that massive brush pile too, this little EFH plastic.
Where I was catching a lot of...
I feel like this is going to be a good spot for the paddle tail. I think I might need a deeper lure, dude. This is a deep spot. All right, 1/8 ounce EFH Banshee. Let's see what this can do. I guess I'll just chuck it right out into the center first. And I'm snagged. So I guess there's a bunch of logs out there in the middle, which is like a good and a bad thing. I don't know how to really avoid that, trying to like yo-yo a paddle tail, because that's a very like snaggy strategy. I need to catch fish today. I've had such a slow spring of fishing. I've caught one nice fish this spring, and it's April. It's like early April. I've only caught one nice fish this year so far. And it was a rainbow trout in Alaska. Other than that, I've caught like some tiny little creek bass, and that's basically it. It has been a slow year. I'm sure you guys get the vibe, being like busy with your job and everything and not having enough time to fish. That is the most horrible worm to hook ratio I think I've ever seen.
Any smaller hooks.
Oh my goodness. The hook is bigger than the, oh, got one. Nice. There we go. Decent size, I think. What is that? Is that a white bass, maybe? No, it's a smallie.
Nice.
Oh, that's a good size. That's a good size one. All right. I'm very happy with that. Check that. That's actually funny, guys. That's like a good indicator, because I was talking and I wasn't fishing when that thing hit, so it was just sitting on the bottom on the Engineered for Hook Sets Banshee paddle tail. 1/8 ounce jig pearl. Nice healthy smallmouth. All right. Hey, didn't get skunked. That's my first small of the year. That's a nice one too. Probably like a pound. Thanks for biting, dude. There he goes.
Yay!
Woo.
Yay!
You're literally just babysitting a worm.
I'm just babysitting a worm. That's what I do.
Ben's over there trying to catch a bluegill to use it for live catfish bait, and meanwhile his wife is just holding onto an earthworm. How many of you guys' wives would babysit an earthworm while you're off fishing? Let me know in the comments. You saw 618 get a catfish and now you're like on that life.
It's just 3.5 hours.
You don't have,
champagne.
what is this? You got worms in here.
All right.
What, is this yours?
No.
This isn't yours?
No.
Oh, I didn't know.
Look at this. Somebody left their thing of worms, which has live worms in them.
Yeah, it's night crawlers.
All right.
He was out digging for night crawlers in the bushes and we just found a case on the ground.
I met like a year or two ago there. Fish?
No, I don't think so. No, that's a snag. All right, guys, that last jig head I bent out a few too many times, so I'm going to put this one on now. It's actually got a weed guard on it. It's a weedless swim bait head. Hopefully we don't get snagged on this one. And I think the hook on this one is a little more stout too. All right, guys, that's the new bait. Now we got it on a weedless jig head. I think that's going to help a lot. Oh, you got a fish? Heck yeah. Is that a largie? Yeah.
I think I got 2 largemouth the other day and 4 smallmouth.
Let me get on the sun side. What a toad. Wait, is that a spot? Oh no, that's a largie. It kind of looked like a spot. Can I look at the side of that? It kind of looks like, ooh, look at the lines. Guys, tell me, is that a hybrid spot? Look at the lines right here. It's got lines on its belly. I'm thinking that might be a hybrid spot. Hopefully you can see that on camera, but there's very distinct yellow lines on its belly. I know like it's a rare thing to get spots around here. They do exist. And it's got a red eye. What does that mean? All right, we got some spring catches, finally. We got to get one more, Ben, and then I can post this. And then I can burn your spot. How do you feel about that?
At least here, people probably aren't going to guess where it is.
Like, fishing is such a bigger industry. Oh my gosh, I just got annihilated. Oh, I was pulling it out of the water and I pulled it out of the fish's mouth.
Cast it in the same spot because there were a few
Yeah, I
times
did.
the other day they were playing with it a few times.
I did. He was right there. Oh my gosh.
Because I was going to...
There we go. Got him. Same spot. Could be the same fish. I think that's the same fish. Hey, that's a chunky one.
Yours looks a little bit bigger, I think.
That's a chunky one. So that's got the same lines. I don't know, maybe they're both just largemouth, but they've got some lines there. There's no spots up top. They probably are just largemouth. All right, guys, well, somebody's probably gonna roast me in the comments for thinking Ben's fish was a spot. or like a hybrid spot, because these are like the same fish. They're cool though. They're really healthy, thick. That's good, because I know there's Asian carp in this river, and it's always like a worry that when there's Asian carp in a river, they're going to eat all the food. So it is very encouraging to see healthy fish in here. It's absolutely beautiful river behind me. The water is like kind of turquoise. Everything's turning green. It's such an aesthetic of like a spring fishing spot. See ya, dude. Thanks for biting. All right, guys. Well, that is the last cast. Unfortunately, didn't get anything else, but I did get 2 fish, which was awesome because this has been such a crazy slow spring for me. I appreciate you guys watching. If you are interested in buying my lures that I was using today, they're going to be at engineeringhookSets.com. I do make all of those myself, so check them out, $6 a pack. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please do me a favor and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.